Day 29 in my walk to life blog series. Today it's about the blog written last night on the point of I hate you. And within this point, this came up yesterday when I was owed money from someone within my world, and they, I prepared them for this point of me needing the money, or not. I don't really actually need it, but just the point of, you owe me money, so have it prepared for this certain day, so when the day comes that I can get the money I'm owed, and we can be square. And so the day came, and this person didn't have the money available, and she's like, I can give it to you sometime next week. And within that point of not having the money within my possession when I desired it, when I expected it on a certain day, I went into a point of rage. And within this point of rage that built up and accumulated, I saw that I had this experience of hate towards this person. And based on, we've known each other for a while, so there's a lot of history within us, between us. So within this point of hate towards her, I see that I go through like a memory base of memories that I'm holding on to justify and accumulate and build up the energy within me of being more superior to her. And so I think of all these thoughts of, she did this, she did that, she's selfish, she doesn't consider anyone else, she doesn't care about that I need, that I, she owes me money, and, she needs to pay me immediately, right now. And so within the forgiveness, I saw that I'm actually going into the same point that I'm accusing of her of being selfish and inconsiderate, when actually, based on only my assumptions of what her situation is within her financial situation, based on the thoughts and memories I'm holding on to her of the past, and based on my anger, rage, and this experience of hate that's building up and being created by myself towards her, I go into superiority and I flip out on her. And I justify this flipping out on her, and well, not so much flipped out, but I raised my voice, and a lot of energy within me was accumulated and built up, and I was, within myself, I was, really yelling at her in my head, and participating in this energy of wanting revenge and wanting to get my money immediately, and all this nasty back chat of, she's such a bitch, she's so inconsiderate, she needs to get a life, she needs to do this, she needs to do that, she's such a loser, da 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 da, and just diminishing her so I can, become the superior one and diminish her down to a point where I see myself as, I guess it's a competition point, like as a winner, and me is better than her. And within that point, I see that I go into other points in my world, and I'll speak about her and try to manipulate the conversation to diminish her and make her seem diminished. And I've seen this over time that I do that, and it's pretty evil stuff, because not only saying it to her directly, but going behind her back and trying to diminish her with other people is dishonest, and it's very abusive, because it isn't necessarily true, and it's causing gossip and rumors, and it's abusive, because then other people are gonna create ideas and thoughts and such about her, and maybe put judgment onto her, cause a whole consequence within their actions that was created by me, when if I just stopped completely within that moment of feeling the energy build up, feeling the accumulation, feeling the anger, the hate, realizing that, this is just mind energy, this is just what I'm addicted to because I've always existed in this way, and stopping the energy ties completely by just breathing and letting it go. I mean, this is the point where I have to transcend myself by stopping accumulating energy, by thinking about memories and building up energy by, going to thoughts about how I'm so much better than her and how she's so, low and a loser and all these points, and not projecting the blame onto me and projecting my own participation in what I'm creating within this situation as being just as inconsiderate, being just as deliberately dishonest and kind of malicious towards her, based on not getting what I wanted, based on my own self-interest, based on being an ego and trying to be more powerful than other people so I can feel better about myself. So it's about not accepting myself again and just trying to gain energy from other people, from, even going to speak about her to others within my world in a malicious way, in a manipulative way, and try to diminish her with others so I can make myself look better and feel better and, be better in the kind of this dishonest way towards others, seeing her as worse than me because of, these little snippets that I say that are, not necessarily true, and they're assumptions of who she is. So, to stop this point, to stop this consequence that I'm creating and abusing life, and separating myself from physical equality and oneness with life, with her as myself, as, this is a point that I'm showing myself that I'm not accepting within her. I'm creating all these assumptions, ideas, and thoughts about her when I don't actually know the truth of what the situation is with her. And thus, instead of creating all this energy and all this abuse, eventual abuse and consequence that I'm creating, stop the energy, stop the addictions to go into these energy buildups and releases, and stop the self-interest to get what I want, and become physical here, live as breath, and slow myself down, and find the solutions with her and figure out what is the issue. Okay, you can't give me the money today, when can you give me it? Okay, next week, that's cool, I can wait that long. Or why don't you give me $25 this day, and then when you have more cash, give me this money. Or maybe she can't pay it this month, just give me it next week, or take me out to dinner, whatever the case may be. Like, do my laundry or something, make a compromise, make an agreement with the person. Instead of me going to abuse and unnecessary consequence of diminishing her, only diminishing myself, only abusing myself because I'm the one that's creating the abuse with the other person. It's me that is creating this, not the other person, doing this to harm me and, cause all this energy and hate and anger within me. I'm the one that's creating the energy, the anger, the hate, the rage within myself by constantly accepting the thoughts and the memories and the points of separation within myself that are creating this separation with the other. So it's really my own self-responsibility. I need to stop this within myself. And so it will stop within my world. Because I don't enjoy at all fighting with people. I don't enjoy being, angry at people. I don't enjoy hating people. I don't enjoy the feeling of, constant bickering and conflict with people about trivial things and, things that can be resolved if I would just step up, stand up, and stop going into these points of self-interest, trying to be better than others, trying to be, an ego, like fulfill my ego and, try to look better to other people and try to impress other people. But stand here, be one and equal with the other person, consider the other person as myself, put myself in the shoes of another person, and come to solutions that is best for each of us. Compromises, agreements, points that can be worked out so each of us has an understanding, has a solution to the issue that has arisen, and thus come to solutions, and we go on with our life. And we establish an equality and trust within ourselves, because then we realize in the future, okay, we can work together, we can work things out, we can build a sense of equality and community within us, communion and unity, and enjoy each other, like not go into conflict and all these thoughts about the other person, stopping all that because it's not real, it's made up, it's me accumulating it and accepting it through the thinking, stopping all that because I realize it is not real, the mind is not real. These energies that I'm feeling, that I'm more powerful than this other person, or that, the hate within me is real, and, this is a justifiable force to go and abuse another person, when I realize the person I'm abusing is myself. I'm one with that person. That person's life, just like I'm life. Just like if I was being abused in that way, I would feel the same way as her, and it's not a cool feeling. It's not something I would want for myself, so why would I do it to another person? And, it's to realize that point of, even though it's not a direct consequence, and meaning that you're not going to feel pain or something, but within process you'll walk it out and realize that actually you do feel the pain, you do accumulate it within your body, you're just not conscious of it, you're just not aware of it, but it's there, and eventually it grows and builds and it fucks you eventually. And accumulating yourself within this point of energy and separation and trying to be better than other people, trying to get what you want, trying to, being greedy with your stuff, and, hoarding things and not sharing and not being unconditional with yourself, creates buildups within yourself, like, everything is accumulating in your physical body as systems. Because the more energy you give systems, the more thinking you give to, this point of rage or hate or anger, it accumulates in your body, because, your mind system is in your body. And process is now being inverted to everything that you create is being created within your body. So you either are going to accumulate yourself to be to birth yourself as life, one and equal, or go into the system way of living, go into the mind, separate yourself, and create the separation that you're creating in your world, that you're living in your world. So it's your self-responsibility to walk your change, to walk here as life. And obviously Destiny is a tool and a place where you can go to help yourself to, walk this process to birth yourself as life. The tools here is what we're walking in these blogs. Writing yourself out, realizing the points that are causing the abuse in your world, are causing the separation, are causing the conflict, are causing these feelings of, anger and not cool feelings within yourself. Why are these feelings coming up? Why am I being directed by these feelings? Why am I abusing other people? You know, there's reasons for all these things, and if you read the material at the Desteni site, familiarize yourself with the Desteni terminology as a mind consciousness system, as like inversion, as a physical, what does that all mean? The Desteni Wiki is a cool resource to go and, you know, check out the keywords and figure out what's, you know, understanding what these keywords mean through the Desteni Wiki. I'll place a link on this video. And familiarize yourself with these words and the material, and start walking your process: self-forgiveness, self-honesty, corrective action, changing yourself in your physical living to stop these points of abuse towards others and the conflict, and become humble here, as what we're walking: humbleness, walking in equality, walking in agreement with other people, walking here as our breath in the physical, and not being directed by any points of the mind as energy relationships or energy movements, but directing ourselves here and breathing in this moment as we walk. So it's a really interesting process, a cool process. So definitely suggest you investigate desteni.org. Investigate the blogs I have attached here, investigate the Desteni Wiki, and start your process if you haven't already. And it's cool if you have, definitely, obviously. So there's my blog for tonight, and thanks for watching.